Hello friends, we are going to talk about Mera, one of the main roles in the upcoming Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom movie. The Zebulian princess, played by Amber Heard, takes center stage despite her limited screen time. Before I get into the details, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would appreciate it if you don't be selfish and take 1 second to subscribe to the channel and like the video. In the sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Mera is on screen for less than 5 minutes with about 9 to 10 lines, but her impact is immense. A cinematic mermaid with a brief but important role, Mera steps in to save Aquaman not once, not twice, but 3 times. Her brief appearances are like ocean jewels, each adding to the depth and complexity of the narrative. Mera, played by Amber Heard, is the cornerstone of the Princess of Zebul, who defies the currents of water and falls in love with Arthur Curry, becoming Aquaman's wife and the Queen of Atlantis. Although she is not in the limelight as much as she was in the first Aquaman movie, her importance is undeniable. Following the events of the initial Aquaman film, our oceanic power couple, Aquaman and Mera, exchanged vows in a wedded bliss. The cinematic union blossomed into the birth of their son, Arthur Jr., affectionately known as Aquababy in the comics. The lighthouse at Amnesty Bay became their abode, where Mera and Arthur navigated the intricate waters of both parenting and royal responsibilities. The opening narration of The Lost Kingdom paints a picture of domestic life, with Mera ruling the 7 kingdoms alongside Arthur. Yet, challenges arise as they grapple with a contentious council impeding Arthur's efforts to foster harmony between land and sea. New shots unveil Mera's multifaceted role, from sitting on the throne beside Aquaman to engaging in the everyday tasks of motherhood. However, the tranquility is disrupted by the looming crisis of a corrupted Black Manta and the resurgence of Necros, the cursed Lost Kingdom, under the rule of King Kordax. The threat escalates to a global meltdown, casting a shadow over both land and sea. The cinematic tide reveals that Mera, portrayed by Amber Heard, makes appearances scattered throughout Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. However, these glimpses are fleeting, primarily nestled within action sequences that unfold with swift intensity. In total, Mera graces the screen for less than 5 minutes, her lines numbering around 9 to 10 throughout the entire DCEU movie. Surprisingly absent from the movie's entire second act, Mera encounters a critical injury during Black Manta's assault on Atlantis, courtesy of his optic blasts. This setback relegates her to the sidelines, undergoing recovery while Aquaman, portrayed by Jason Momoa, embarks on a mission to break his half-brother Orm out of prison and decipher Black Manta's next move. On a character level, Mera's reduced role in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom raises eyebrows, especially considering her significant presence in the first installment. The initial film portrayed her as a pivotal character, guiding Aquaman toward his destiny as the King of Atlantis and preventing a war with the surface world orchestrated by his brother. Despite her limited screen time, Mera's impact in the sequel is crucial, saving Aquaman not once, but 3 times. In the aquatic odyssey that is the first act, Mera emerges as the unsung hero, saving Aquaman from the clutches of Black Manta's relentless assault on Atlantis. However, her act of heroism comes at a cost, a serious injury inflicted by the menacing optic blasts of Black Manta's enhanced suit. As she recovers, Mera re-enters the narrative in the third act, showcasing her hydrokinesis prowess to rescue Aquaman from the depths below Devil's Deep. The climax unfolds with Mera once again donning the mantle of Aquaman's savior, thwarting Black Manta's attempt to stab the King of Atlantis and turning the tides of the battle. These pivotal moments highlight Mera's resilience and commitment to protecting Arthur, transcending the limitations of her screen time. Yet, amidst the underwater heroics, the question arises: was Mera's role altered due to the legal dispute surrounding Amber Heard? The answer remains enigmatic. While Heard has suggested her reduced role was a consequence of the public legal turmoil with Johnny Depp, director James Wan refutes these claims, asserting that the narrative focus was always intended to center around the bromance action-adventure of Arthur and Orm. Variety's report reveals the existence of 2 deleted scenes featuring Mera, which were cut due to a perceived lack of chemistry between Jason Momoa and Amber Heard. Chemistry is a crucial element in on-screen dynamics and can significantly affect the portrayal of characters and their relationships. How these deleted scenes will change the course of the narrative remains an intriguing mystery. Moreover, whispers of alleged disagreements between Amber Heard, Jason Momoa and director James Wan have surfaced, hinting at potential behind-the-scenes difficulties. The specter of Heard's feud with Johnny Depp looms, along with suggestions that her role may have been affected. However, Warner Bros. Has vehemently denied allegations of toxic behavior, emphasizing that Mera's role has not been further diminished by the ongoing legal turmoil. As we navigate through waves of speculation and conflicting narratives, it is crucial to consider the broader context of filmmaking. The delicate balance of decision-making, chemistry considerations and on-set dynamics all contribute to the final product we see on screen. As we are coming to the end of the video, I have some questions for you. I honestly didn't like Amber Heard, but I loved the character of Mera. I would have liked to see more scenes and details. And the fact that the movie was so buddy-oriented made me think that there could have been more Mera and Arthur scenes. First of all, did Mera's diminishing presence affect your enjoyment of the movie? This is a question that invites personal reflection and encourages viewers to examine their own perceptions. We all have unique lenses through which we view movies, and this questioning opens the door to different perspectives. Moving on to the mysterious reasons behind Mera's limited screen time, what are your theories? We can get into speculative territory and think about creative decisions, chemistry concerns or potential subtleties behind the scenes. Unraveling the mysteries behind filmmaking choices adds an extra layer of engagement. Now imagine a world where deleted scenes featuring Mera are part of the final cut. How do you think these scenes would have changed the narrative of the movie? This question stimulates the imagination and invites viewers to consider alternative storylines, character arcs and emotional resonances. What-ifs in cinema often fuel interesting discussions. Shifting our focus to the film's emphasis on the bromance between Arthur and Orm, what do you think about this choice versus a potentially more powerful role for Mera? This question touches on broader themes such as the balance between gender representation and character arcs in superhero films. It's a way to explore storytelling choices in the superhero genre. Finally, let's reflect on Mera's interaction with Aquaman's son Arthur Jr. Would you have liked to see more exploration of their relationship, and how could this have been portrayed? Join the conversation, fellow movie buffs. Share your thoughts on these questions and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video for more such content.